Hey everyone, it's Ellen. It's supposed to get really cold tonight, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing to protect my plants when it gets down almost in the 30s tonight. I want to make sure that all of my investments are saved and safe overnight. And what I use is a bunch of junk. Really, it's not expensive and it kind of looks junky because it is junk. But let me show you what I got. Here I've got these old plastic fish bins. I'm in my greenhouse, by the way. I've got these plastic fish bins, and on the top, since my tomatoes and peppers are not quite tall enough yet to even reach the top of the bin, I have just placed these old windows on top of the bin, and boom, there we go. We've got a tiny greenhouse within a greenhouse. And so that's one reason why I don't fill my bins full with dirt. One is the plants don't really need it. They don't need that much room for their roots as yet. They're still very small. Two is because I will fill them up with compost over the years. As I amend the soil, I will add more compost to it. And three is so that when they're still babies, I can just put these windows on them and they'll be all safe. In here we have what looks like a bunch of trash that somebody left out, but here we have some old vinegar jugs. We use vinegar for cleaning in the house, and I have cut them in half and put them over my cabbage and broccoli. And what I do is I kind of settle it down in the soil a little bit, make sure that it's sealed around the bottom just from breezes, and then I go along and I do a whole bunch of these all the way down. And then when I run out, I use a pretzel jug. And then when I run out of that, what I do is I've put a board here on top of the soil. And since this beet crop is still very small, I just planted them a couple of days ago. One board is thick enough to raise up this window, just like I have in the greenhouse, and just enough to protect them and make a tiny little cold frame. One of these days I'm going to formalize that and make a proper frame for this bed, and maybe make a whole bunch more down along the bed. But in an emergency, when I know that it's going to get cold tonight and I need to protect my plants right now, that's what I do. And on the other side we have just a good old hoop bed, hoops of PVC pipe and plastic over it. You've probably seen this in giant versions in greenhouses, and I use a small version to protect my plants when they're really small. Anyway, so I've done for tonight. Everybody stay warm and hope your plants are happy. Happy gardening!